Hey love, so it's your girl April, and today's video is going to be a wig by RPGhair.com. They do send you a brush, some elastic, and a stocking cap. So this is their 360 16-inch straight unit, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the lace. It does have 3 combs in the front, and this is the middle portion right here, which is just tracks, and then the back portion has a comb as well as that as an adjustable strap. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some baby wipes. I'm going to also use some Top Guard, which is skin protectant, some GOT2B gel along with some Gorilla Snot gel, some hair clips, a stocking cap, and a blow dryer as well. So let's get started, you guys. The first thing I want to do is clean my forehead off, or my hairline, or wherever. So I'm going to just take some of my almond water along with a baby wipe, and I'm just going to wipe that makeup and any type of oil or dirt residue that I have on my hairline and a little bit past and underneath my hairline, just to remove that so I can have a nice clean fresh surface for applying my unit. So I'm going to also go ahead and place this stocking cap on my head. The first one that I showed you was a little bit too dark, so I got the one more of my flesh color, and this here is Top Guard, which is a skin protectant. It's also a barrier, so that way your glue, tape, or Gorilla or gel or GOT2B sticks on. So you need to let that dry for at least 1 to 2 minutes, and it will get a little bit tacky. As you see, it's a little bit shiny. So I'm going to go ahead and place the unit on my head so that way I have everything situated, and I'm just going to take some of my clips and I'm going to clip the hair back. I did style it prior to this video just to make things a little bit quicker, and now it's time for the GOT2B. So I'm going to take an old makeup brush, and I'm just going to take this GOT2B glue gel that everybody is so crazy about, and I'm going to apply that to the wig cap. Now keep in mind, this is an old method that we used to do back in the days, like 2010, 2011. We didn't use GOT2B, but we did use glue, hair glue, or not even hair glue, but wig glue. So it's the same method. I do have another video on my channel that I am showing you guys how we used to do this from back in the day. That is an old video, and along with a new video. And I do use some Gorilla Snot gel along with the GOT2B. Listen, I'm just trying to make sure that this wig don't go anywhere, because I'm not like a huge fan of the GOT2B. So for speeding it up sake, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the blow dryer to the GOT2B just to speed it up and allow it to get sticky, tacky, and a little bit dry prior to me cutting away the wig cap and prior to me applying the lace. So unfortunately I forgot to press the record button because it does go off after a certain amount of time, but you guys get the gist. Underneath I did cut off away the band of the wig cap, and now I'm just going to apply a little bit extra GOT2B gel, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to blow dry it so that way it gets a little bit tacky, so when it's time to apply the wig, it holds on. You don't want to apply it wet to the gel or any type of glue because it's just going to slip away. So you do want the glue or the gel to get a little bit tacky. Now it's time to apply this lace wig, and like I said, this is the 360 by RPGhair.com, and it is, I do believe it's like 180 density or 150. I'll definitely post the information below along with any type of coupon codes or any info that I have for the unit. So now I'm going to take my rat tail comb, and I'm just going to be pressing the wig into the gel. Along with that, I'm going to also apply the hair dryer. Just for some added security, I'm going to go ahead and place a little bit more of that GOT2B gel onto my sides right here because there wasn't any, and basically the wig cap just slipped back. So I'm going to go ahead again and dry just a little bit of that gel right there on the sides, and then I'll just brush it down and just dry it, and voila, it's perfectly intact. So the wig is really nice. It is 16 inches in length, and like I said, I will post the density of it. I do believe it's like 150 or 180 density. I have worked with RPGhair for quite some time, probably like a 1.5 to 2 years. They do have some really affordable, nice units. This is RPGhair. So now it's time to just give myself some baby hairs, and I do apologize that I'm not in focus. I was so into the mirror that I just didn't even realize. I don't really want a lot of baby hairs, but I really don't want them too gelled down, so I will be using some of my Herbal Essence mousse just to lay the baby hairs down a little bit, you know, get them started, get them situated, you know what I'm saying? And I just do that by just cutting a little bit and just, like I said, putting a little bit of mousse onto the hair. This mousse is also great for style and hold, but I will be applying some of my gel, but I do like to start it off with a little bit of the mousse, so that way it's not too gelled down. You get my drift, you know what I'm saying? So get yourself a nice toothbrush and just go ahead and slick those edges down, those baby hairs, whatever you want to call it. Make it look as natural as possible. You don't need a lot of baby hairs, just a little bit. Now onto the Gorilla Snot gel. I do love this stuff because it doesn't get flaky. This is my all-time favorite, and I'm just going to just use a little bit. I do like the yellow one. I also do use the one in the red bottle as well. They kind of work just the same. Now as you guys see, my wig cap is a little bit visible. Unfortunately, it's not the exact color of my actual scalp, but you know, there's a way to work around that. You just have to make sure your hairs are in place, kind of like push the hairs up. I do like to dry it with the blow dryer, just so that way the hairs stay in place. Some people will put a scarf on it. I just put a little bit of heat and it just clears it right on up, stiffens it right on up, and those baby hairs is not moving. So as you guys see, I did camouflage that somewhat with the hairs along with my pressed powder, and that's about it. The wig did come out really pretty. It's a 16-inch. It does look more or less like 18 inches. It's a very full unit. They do have very, very affordable wigs. I think RPG Hair has really evolved over the past couple of years that they have been out, so it has always been a pleasure to work with them. Now for one, I'm not like a huge fan of 16-inch hair, but you know, I do try to switch it up from time to time. I did feel like it did need a little bit more volume, so I did take out my favorite wand system, which is by Irresistible Me, and I did add a little bit more curls into it. I don't like too much volume when it comes to like 16 inches. It all depends on the mood that I'm actually in, you know what I'm saying? And I think I could have styled it a little bit better than this, but either way, it's still really cute. It's something fun and flirty, you know what I'm saying? And as for the GOT2B glue gel method, well, you know what? It did hold very well. It does have a really strong grip to it. I will be honest and tell you, when it was time to remove this unit, it was very messy. I had to use like baby oil sheen to just get all of the gel out of my hair. It does get really messy, so if it was something that I would have to do, I wouldn't do this on a normal basis, just because it doesn't hold like lace wig gel or lace wig glue. It doesn't hold like lace wig glue, and it doesn't hold like super tape, but it will hold for the day. As far as wearing it for a couple of days, yeah, it doesn't work. I think it depends on the person's body temperature, but it did hold for me for the day, and once I removed it, it was kind of messy. But if I had to choose, I would definitely just use the lace wig glue because it's much stronger. The bond is stronger and it's not as messy, but for the most part, it was really fun to do, and I do like this method. So I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys soon, and stay diva and divalicious. Bye.